Hello, everyone, and welcome to another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. We're here on Monday, September 22nd, 2025, for a construction by Adina Arvikul and Andrew Carl Michaels, apparently their second collaboration for the New York Times. And it being a Monday, I'm going to try and do a relatively speedy solve of the Monday grid. Yeah, if you missed my Friday and Saturday puzzles and the August monthly bonus, go and check those out. Saturday I was quite stumped by the end of that grid, so you can see me struggle for a bit with it. Anyway, let's get going. This is Monday, September 22nd, 2025, and let's see what this pair of constructors has in store for us today. School stat like 3.5 or 4.0 a GPA. Yeast, mold, and mushrooms are all fungi. Desert plants with needles. Cacti, the plural of cactus. Tree with American and slippery varieties. Trees are usually elms here. I think that's what they're after. Alaskan native. This might be Inuit. I'm not totally sure, but let's check. Synthetic fabric, once common in sweaters, not sure. Born as, nay is the one way of saying with the name you were born with. Wine choice in southern France is going to be a theme clue, and I'm not sure what they're after here. Kids these days, Gen X, I think, or Gen Alpha. Maybe Gen Alpha. Not guilty, for example, is a plea. Gen Z, Gen Z. Okay. Most of the kids these days are Gen Alpha. Anyway, bonkers is going to be zany, which makes you got that right, sister, as amen. Certain evergreen is a fur. Like some bars in gymnastics are uneven. One who is rarely seen. One who is barely seen. Not sure. Jeer could be... Don't know that either. How was I to know, you could say. To pamper is to cuddle, maybe. Tour guide, question mark. Crash of thunder. Oh, a clap of thunder, you could say a thunderclap. Promote enthusiastically is to... not tote. I don't know. Need you tonight. Rock band, is this in excess? Synthetic fabric, don't know. Wine choice, maybe it's not. Changes with the times. Adapts, well, the S works. Oh, to promote is to tout. I always get those mixed up for some reason. Tour guide, still don't know. Oh, is this a red Bordeaux? That works. Okay, in excess here. Still not sure what this fabric is. Like speakeasies and refrigerators at times. Refrigerators and speakeasies. Don't know that one. Compete for is to vie for. One who is barely seen. Barely, I get it. A nudist. Someone who is seen bare. Brand of cooler that shares its name with a Himalayan legend is a Yeti. Females that may be fleeced are ewes, female sheep. Opposite of tame is wild. Cyber Monday sector. Sector. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Canadian PM, who's the son of another Canadian PM, is Justin Trudeau. Easy for us Canadian solvers, but maybe not so easy for New York Times American solvers. Join into one. Don't know. Cinema showing, probably a film. Speakeasies and refrigerators can be raided sometimes. Join into one could be fuse. Put to work is use, as in a tool. Apply as ointment is to rub in or rub on, maybe. Keanu Reeves' character in The Matrix is Neo, so rub on. Where canines sleep. Dog beds, I guess. Hurdles for seniors. SATs, I guess, for seniors in high school. To no avail, ineffectively. Carefree motto in modern lingo, YOLO? City related is urban. Ask God for is to pray for. A tour guide is an area map. So this fabric is Orlon, I guess. Dude, bro, you could say. Desert-like is arid. Farm docks are vets. Oops, what did I do? The lion's share is the most, or the most part. Yeah, right. Sure. A bean? I don't know. Major New York City concert venue, Madison Square Gardens. Still don't know what they want by bean. Castle defense is a moat. Surgical tube is a stent. Private online chats are either IMs or DMs. Godfather author is Mario Puzo. Spicy is hot. Bean. Oh, your bean is your head, is your noggin. This could be I'm sure, not sure, as a sarcastic, yeah, right. Platform for Donkey Kong Country, Super Nintendo, SNES. Richard of Pretty Women is Richard Gere. Low scoring deadlock is 1-1 or 1-all? 1-1. Ingredient in many hand lotions is aloe. Tartan patterns are plaids. It's probably cookie dough here. Chunks found in Ben and Jerry's half-baked ice cream. So this is going to be DMs. Cookie dough found in half-baked, which isn't that the no, I was going to say, is that the Late Show collab, but it's not. Does some theater work. Acts. Winter coasters. Sleds. Word before food or mate. Fixed as a piano, tuned. Soul food. Soulmate. Refine as a skill is to hone. Cigarette butt receptacle is an ash can. Sounded like a duck, quacked. Basketball O'Neal to fans is shack. Jacuzzi features are jets. Identifying a Facebook photo is tag. Where to find the Jazz in capitals, the Utah Jazz, the basketball team. Cyber Monday sector. I'm still not seeing this, but this is going to be, e-tail, I see. Cyber Monday falls into the sector of e-tail, or electronic retail. And long-winded tales are sagas. I forgot I still had a corner here. Do the backstroke or breaststroke is to swim. What a whittler whittles. Wood, I guess. Avant-garde musical artist Yoko Ono. A mainstay in the grid. Facts. I don't know. Frequently to a poet is oft. Facts are info. Cry from Homer, or phonetic hint to the ends of 1827, 48, 62 across. This is going to be doe, and a relative of a butterfly is a moth. So not quite my sub 5 that I usually aim for on Monday, but a little bit of trickiness in the grid today. Let's take a look at the theme. A cry from Homer. Homer Simpson says doe. It's this sort of catchphrase. And you have all different kinds of spellings of dough. You have a red wine here. The wine choice in southern France is a red Bordeaux. Dough spelled D-E-A-U-X. You have here Justin Trudeau. Dough spelled D-E-A-U. Basically a similar French phonology here for dough and dough. Here you have Super Nintendo, just D-O there. And here you have the cookie dough, the chunks found in Ben and Jerry's half-baked ice cream, D-O-U-G-H. I'm trying to think if there are any other ways to spell dough. I guess D-O-E would have been the other way that we don't have in this grid, and I'm surprised that we don't. But that would have been the other way to spell D-O-E as in a female deer. I'm trying to think of what longer phrase might have DOE at the end, and maybe I can't think of any, and maybe that's why they aren't here. But anyway, so this is a fairly straightforward Monday theme. I got thrown off by the various gens here. Obviously not Gen X, which is older than, probably on the older end of the population now, and Gen Alpha, which really are the kids these days, but Gen Z, I guess, depending on how you define kids, Gen Z are probably going into they're probably youths now, right? Adolescents, teenagers, older teenagers, and in their 20s, Gen Z. Maybe even some in their 30s. Is that right? Yeah, probably even some in the 30s. So not so much kids. Bonkers. That's fine. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. This is a good, fun clue. One who is barely seen, as in bare naked. Seen, that would be a nudist. This is a fun little females that may be fleeced, fun little clue for use. What else? Refrigerators and speakeasies can both be raided as in a midnight snack or as in a raid by police for an illegal, alcohol operation there. What else is here? E-tail got me for a little while. That's just not a term that we use around here. Maybe more of an American thing. Justin Trudeau, on the other hand, much more commonly heard here in Canada than in the States, probably. And yeah, this is all fine. Hurdles for seniors, that's pretty interesting there. SATs as a sort of pre-college exams. Bean is that's a pretty tricky clue for a Monday. Your bean being your head, your noggin being another slang word for your head. Pretty tricky, I would say. And what else? Everything else I think was, just pretty straightforward. Yeah, all good. So that's your puzzle for Monday, September 22nd, 2025 by Dina Arvarkula and Andrea Carla-Michaels. A good, solid Monday grid. Took me a little longer than I wanted, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a like. And if there's anything I missed, let me know. If you want to know when I'm posting my next one, hit that bell. See you next time.